Hey bakers, I'm Kristen from Wiki Goodies, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate 5 ways to make windows on gingerbread houses. I'll start with the classic hole in the wall, the kind of window that I recommend cutting out with a cookie cutter. I like this technique because it allows people to see inside the house. An alternative to the hole-in-the-wall effect is the cutaway, wherein you omit the whole back of a house so people can see all the details inside, like in this Santa's workshop. This variation combines the hole-in-the-wall effect with iced cookie windows, which get attached to the inside of wall pieces for a concave inset effect. In this example, I'm marking the intended shape of the design with a cookie cutter and ruler to use as guide for the icing. I'm using dark brown edging and then flooding the cavities to evoke the look of stained glass. The trick is to make sure all of your windows are bigger than the holes, so you have room to attach them inside of your walls. All these windows should get sealed to the back of the walls before the assembly process. Next is the classic stained glass effect made of hard candies like Jolly Ranchers or Lifesavers. The trick to this effect is to bake your pieces about 2/3 of the way to completion and then add broken pieces of candy into the holes and return them to the oven. The candy will melt and spread out, filling the holes. It only takes a few minutes, so you want to stick around and keep your eye on it. It's important to bake these kinds of parts on a piece of parchment paper or silpat. For a long-term display, I recommend using isomalt instead of hard candy. It holds up better over time. Using strips or coils of raw gingerbread house dough, you can also bake window frames into the sides of walls. Later, you can flood the cavities with icing to make window panes, and once those are dry, pipe muntins. Lastly, you can construct and decorate your windows independently using the overlay effect, then attach them to your house later on. I use this technique mainly for rounded walls on which the windows can't be done in advance. Well, that's 5 ways I like to make windows edible. A more detailed video on techniques number 4 and 5 is included in my book, Gingerbread House Dough Recipe and Baking Instructions. I've included the link to get that book below.